We see VitalSigns as a really important input to informing our grant making and helping our donors to address areas where they can make a difference and which are really important to citizens. 7 out of the 10 top priority issues identified by citizens related to education, and that informed us in having an Opportunities for Philanthropy workshop earlier this year, where we really focused on where donors can make a difference in the education sphere.
VitalSigns highlighted for us that one of the priorities in the area of older people is engagement in community, social connections and loneliness. So last year the Community Foundation for Ireland and Atlantic Philanthropies joined together to set up the Older Persons Fund with an initial investment of 3 million. We had our first grant round of the fund this year, and the purpose of the fund is to support older people's voice at a local and national level and their capacity to engage in all strands of society, and also to promote older people's participation as active citizens in their communities.
It's really great to have a report that highlights the concerns of the Irish people, and it echoed some of the priorities and concerns we have here at the Immigrant Council. Some examples: diversity around representation was highlighted as a real concern because now 17% of the population were born outside the country. Obviously an issue for us. Racism came up on the doorsteps for TDs, and that was highlighted. Racism is a real issue in Ireland now. We're getting reports consistently in our services. Half the reports are investigated by the Gardaí, and so they're issues that are very important for us at the Immigrant Council, and they're obviously important to the Irish people too. Great that the Community Foundation are highlighting these issues and giving Irish people a chance to voice their concerns.
Well, I think VitalSigns is an important exercise in taking the temperature of Irish society at a particular moment in time across a range of, I think, really important social issues, so that we can see where we stand and where we need to go in relation to those issues. For me, some of the biggest ones were the issues of income inequality, very high levels of income inequality between the top and the bottom, and also issues of deprivation and growing deprivation in terms of people's access to essential goods. But also I'd be concerned at the levels of gender inequality it exposed, particularly in relation to access to influence and decision making.
Housing, work equality and financial well-being,
art and culture,
learning,
getting around,
children and young people,
health and well-being,
older people,
environment,
inclusive societies,
strong communities,
safety.
I think that VitalSigns is really important to Ireland, and the reason for it is that for the first time we asked the citizens of Ireland, what's important to you? What's important to our country? What's important to our communities? And the great thing is that we use your voice to tell us that. And then what we do is we make sure that your voice is heard, that people know what's important to Ireland. And what we're going to do over the next decade is actually have VitalSigns every 2 years, so that we can look at trends and see where we're improving, and tell people we're improving, and tell people where are the gaps and where we need to improve.